Go to Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Hey guys, welcome to Tehuacan. Is that how I pronounce it? Tehuacan? Welcome to Puebla City. This is the most peaceful city in all of Mexico. I've just been working here for 1 week as an English teacher down there. And yeah, it feels nice to be here because in Guanajuato and Mexico City, I was getting a bit stressed out from all the people and all the paranoid environment. But this is real Mexico. Aquí, Puebla is real Mexico because there's no touristic stuff. So this is probably the most peaceful I've ever felt in any Western American country. But yeah, it kind of feels like I'm in the 90s, you know, when without 5G and everything. And they have a train here that comes by every single day. It's kind of like and it makes like a loud noise, a loud beeping noise. It's kind of like a little Texan suburb in USA, except for it's much more peaceful. And but anyway, we're going to go with me sitting out. My house is just that way. But we're going to go, and they have lots of dogs barking, but it's so peaceful. And what else can I say? Yeah, it's kind of like, you know, in the 90s you have those Jean-Claude Van Damme, Steven Seagal kind of movies, where he goes to like a town at the end of the world, and he's like the outsider. It's kind of like that. It's kind of like those movies in the 90s when. Like when John Rambo or Jean-Claude Van Damme goes to those quiet little peaceful villages and he's not welcome there. It's a bit like that. But anyway guys, let's go check it, let's go explore it. So yeah guys, welcome to Puebla. This is the real Mexico. The real Mexico, because I'm gonna tell you what, it's kind of weird. I feel a lot more fresh and alive. So yeah, I'll tell you what guys, I feel a lot more fresh and alive here than I did when I was in Guanajuato. I don't know, it's because of the 5G. Where I was staying, I had a 5G tower. It was like right next to me. I don't know if it's me just being paranoid, but yeah, I think I'm almost certain the 5G is real. I stayed there for like a couple of months and I just felt, the only way I could describe it, you felt like my head was in a microwave. And I kept thinking, oh I know, it's because of the bad food, it's because of the but I drank yerba mate there every day. I tried to be healthy as much as I can. Yeah guys, I've taught all around the world, but here the students and the people are just so nice here. Like the best place in the world, but they're just, it's kind of unknown places. Like obviously it's still Mexico, so it's still a bit PC. Like I taught all around the world, but the students here are so cool compared to, you know, even in Slovakia. I remember when I taught in Slovakia, the students there were so conservative and so cool and so quiet, you know. But here, you know, when I tell them, oh be quiet, you know, calm down, they're really cool. You can have a laugh at them. But yeah, I feel alive, I feel fresh, I feel healthy. Whereas in Guanajuato and all the touristic cities, the stress and the pollution, I think it's a real thing. Maybe 5G is a real thing, I don't know. But yeah. There's nothing to do here, nowhere to go, because all my students say they want to get out. So you might get a bit bored, go a bit crazy, go a bit bored after some time. But this is the real Mexico, the real chill place. Just dogs everywhere following you around. The only downside is my house. Every time I leave the house, I have dogs barking at me, and you know, like they're going to attack me. And they're here. It's like a little, reminds me, the train reminds me of these those movies from USA, where the little town they have and the train comes through every now and then. That sometimes wakes me up for loud noise. The students here I teach. It's so cool. It's just like you can get on with them, be best mates with them. Usually you can't do that as a teacher. But here they know their boundaries, they know what they can think for themselves. Whereas in big cities like Guanajuato, Mexico City, Guadalajara, they have to follow. They have to be extra PC. Everybody's like a robot. Just thinking money, sex, just always on a rush, always on the go. So they can't honestly express themselves. They're so stressed out. Because they're always on the go, especially Mexico City, where the metro system is just a monster. The city's a monster. They don't care about people or anything. They're just always on the go and always stressed out. But here, the people, like the kids, they're their own characters. They honestly express themselves. Whereas everyone just being robots in Guanajuato it looks like a little Texan town. Here with the water whatever you call them. But yeah, there's nothing going on here, and it's kind of good though, because I needed to breathe. I needed a breather, and this is the real Mexico though. You feel real Mexico, and I'm talking about Texas. There's a reason why it's kind of like a small little Texan town. Obviously, it's close to Texas, Mexico, and you find a lot of Mexicans dressing like Texans. They wear the cowboy hats and everything. They do the ride the horses and everything. It's very popular here, so I'm gonna maybe turn into a real Mexican and buy a cowboy hat here, because it's that's one of the popular things to do here. So I might do that. I'm gonna buy a cowboy hat and become a real Mexican cowboy. Yeah, you see, it looks like USA, Texas, little Texan town in the middle of nowhere. Just trying to look for a shopping mall now. It smells so good. I haven't smelled that smell since in the late 90s when I was a little kid going on holiday in New Jersey, on the beaches in New Jersey. I think it's because in these in these small little towns there's no pollution, because you're just in the middle of nowhere. There's no big tall buildings and everything. So your senses are much more relaxed, much more aware. Like I can smell things. I can. My eyesight's much better. And I know it sounds weird. It's kind of like a miniature version of Leon. You remember when we were in Leon? It's kind of like that. A nothing little suburb. It's kind of like a little nothing suburb American city, but much more peaceful, no pollution. It's kind of like a miniature version of Leon, but much more peaceful than Leon. There's too many rules. It's so PC in a lot of Mexico, and it's such a shame. And they're scared of their own shadow, a lot of them. That's why it isn't well known when you go there, when you hear about dating and everything. Nobody ever really talks about Mexico that much. They always talk about Brazil or Argentina. It's kind of like the little towns in Argentina as well. This is not as paranoid because they don't give a foreigner. Yeah, it's kind of like Leon, like a little small miniature version of Leon. I think I needed this. I needed a moment just a breather. No paranoia, no racism, no lots of touristic places. But in Leon, I think the girls really love you in Leon. You go there, they stare and look at you, and obviously the Mexican guys get really jealous when the girls really like a foreigner there. But here, they're much more laid back. The guys come up to you, the rest of the students, the guys, they all want to be my friend, and do these pull-ups, do this. Here's a donut. So we're near the Walmart. It's got to be a shopping centre. It's got to be something nearby. Everyone's so relaxed because there's nothing to do. And I remember I spoke to some of the students and they say that there is a park here. So like a botanical garden. Kind of like in Asunción, they have one botanical garden that's like the highlight of the whole city. It's like a miniature version of that. But remember in Asunción you have the dust everywhere, just like there's no pavement, like the pavement here. But in Asunción there's no pavements at all. It's just you walk through and you have potholes everywhere. I remember I fell down a hole when I was in Asunción. But here you have proper pavements and everything. And yeah, there's no dust everywhere. In Asunción it's hard to breathe. As soon as you get off the airplane, there's no pavement, so everywhere is just like mud. You're walking in mud and sand everywhere. And especially in the wintertime when the humidity starts, comes up in the air, and you're just breathing in sand and dust all the time. but no place is perfect. That's the bad side about it. You might see, when you go travelling, you see places in pictures, you think, oh, that looks perfect, oh, the girls look amazing. But when you go there, you feel what they feel. You feel the mosquito bites, the non-stop mosquito bites. You're breathing in the dust all the time, and nothing ever works, you know. Here, nothing ever works sometimes in these little towns. I was given a house for my work. And the water runs out really quickly. I've got to have like a 10-minute shower. If I have any longer, I have to wait. I have to turn on a switch and wait for like 15 minutes. But yeah, it's nice. It's nice to finally be traveling the world after being couch surfing and work away. It's nice to finally have a new place to relax. I've got the option of staying here, but I'm all about adventure. I can stay here, buy a PlayStation, buy a TV. I'm finally settled down like everybody wants me to. But I really want to go to Guadalajara. It's finally found some activity, but not much, just downtown. TV on. Activity, see if we can find anyone that knows about the city and the best places to go to. But yeah, social media has really ruined women altogether. People think that if you go abroad, you go to Mexico, you go to Argentina, the girls are much more open. Only online, you know, I mean, they might see you, they might just want online attention. But it's even worse abroad, trust me. Maybe it's just my British accent, but the American girls are so amazing. Like, you see all these YouTube videos of these guys going up to getgirls and like doing pranks and stuff like that. And they're so open, and they do like stuff like, oh, do you want to smash? You know? And they really mean they want to give them a can and give them a drink. And the girls go, yeah, I'm up for that. You cannot do that here. People glorify it. They think the grass is always green on the other side. But then when you go there, you realise, no, it isn't. You know, they just, because if they hate American girls, they get one bad experience, then they say, oh, Mexican girls are better, or Argentinian girls are better. But like, no, they have a lot of racism. It isn't like the 90s or the early 2000s where you're seen exotic for being different. Social media's ruined everyone. It's made people so paranoid and only fit into their, you know, all they care about is what their followers think. You know, like, I meet so many girls in Guanajuato and they're like, oh, they're so cool in person. I'm like, oh yeah, can you teach me English? I'll come out to your place. Straight, I don't ask them that, they volunteer for that. But then when they get your Instagram, they're kind of like, what if my family will see you? Well, what if these people will see you? What if my followers think? I can't follow you because if I follow you, then one of my friends will see who I'm following. It's so paranoid and it's so unfree, and it's the biggest waste of life I've ever seen. You know, if you're born in the internet day and age, you have no idea what a fulfilling life is, because a fulfilling life comes from freedom. So yeah, the nightclub was just in. That was like the highlight of the whole city, except for there's a Walmart this way, so we're going to go to Walmart. And that's a cool place to go to meet some. In Leon, when I was there, I met some nice girls there. But yeah, maybe there's a shopping centre open here. But like I was saying, it's even worse in these countries. You know where there's lots of crime. You know, the police don't care. You know, there's lots of people dying on the streets. You know, people get murdered and stuff, and people get kidnapped. So you might think in USA, you know, they have it bad with the girls there, you know, they're really paranoid for social media. Trust me, despite what you hear, all these people say, oh, get out of America, you know, the American girls are the worst. I think they're the best. If you're down for like one night stands and, you know, and stuff like that. But if you're really conservative and, you know, PC, I'm not PC, you know, then some of these girls are good, you know, for, you know, girlfriends, that kind of thing, but they still want to get with their own kind, because it's so paranoid. It's 10 times worse there, because especially with the guys are always like, oh, what are you doing the gringo? What are you doing the gringo? I'm going to get the, you know, the mafia on you. I'm going to get the cartel on you. And they're 10 times more scared, more paranoid. So it's much, much worse here in these countries. And you're probably wondering, what are you doing here? Why are you in USA? I'm trying to get my B2 visa to get back to the USA. I'm just waiting out for my B2 visa because Mexicans can enter all the time illegally and stuff like that. But I'm going to check out this place now. This is the highlight of the city. The rest, we've got nothing going on. But yes, So if you look at all these passport growers and all that kind of stuff online, they say, oh, it's better in Brazil. It's better in Brazil for the nature and it's more adventurous. But girls, it depends. I mean, if you're in Rio de Janeiro, they love black guys, you know, because people this day and age, you know, like social media, they get with their own kind and it's such a waste, you know. Those days of you being exotic and being excited for being different are kind of over because people are so paranoid. And it's the biggest waste of life. People only care about what other people think. And like the quote by Napoleon Hill, the main reason why people fail is because they listen to their family, friends and society, which only wants them to be consumers like them. You know, society is run on people just buying, you know, being consumers and being just like them. Nobody wants to be jealous. Anyway, here we are in Walmart in USA. Anyways, it's probably going to be the highlight. Just see if we can find something. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go to the club first. Got some music. It's actually nice being this kind of stuff. But yeah, it's actually 10 times worse. I think Europe, one of the last real places left is like Eastern Europe, Italy and Argentina. It depends though, it all depends if you're white, you know, there's balance everywhere. You know, if you're black, there's many places you go to where they love black guys. If you're white, there's many places you go to where they love white guys. Yeah, it's all about having confidence as well, you know. And you don't want to be statistic, you don't want to be a robot of everyone else, like people just judging you by your colour. I'm not into that, you know. You gotta find people, rare people who can think for themselves, which is rare. But yeah. Hold on, Mia. Hey guys, we finally found a place where there's life in Tehuacan. Guess where? We're in Walmart. It's probably the only. Say guys, this is my house I have in Tehuacan, or Tehuacan, whatever you call it. Here we got Coke, the real Coke. You can tell it's real Coke because it's glass, and they have to snap it open. And here, this is the real Mexican diet. Coca-Cola and all these tacos. I squirted some lemon on it because they make everything spicy. Every single food they have in Mexico, they make it spicy. And salsa verde, which is guacamole with some to make it extra spicy. But before we dig into that, I'll give you a tour. This is the house. Obviously, it's not. It reminds me of back in Manchester. You know those little terraced houses they have. You know, I got 2 spare rooms. That isn't my room. I've only been here for 1 week, so I've got nothing in the fridge. Nothing, just some eggs as usual. You have to buy the water here. That's the one downside. You have to buy drinking water. So yeah, if it was going to stay here, I'd buy a TV and a PS5 here. I was thinking of staying and saving up for Cuba, do a trip to Cuba, but they're not paying me enough here, so I thought I'd travel around all of Mexico. This is the second spare room, and this is my room. I just arrived. You can see it's a bit of a mess because I've just arrived here 1 week ago. So yeah, let me know if I'm making a bad decision by leaving. I should stay and save up for a couple of months to do Cuba, do a trip to Cuba, because I've always wanted to do Cuba because I fell in love. The Cuban people are so amazing. But yeah, this is it. It reminds me of the house in the 90s. Everything, it feels like I'm back in the 90s actually, because being here, there's no like 5G around, and yeah, it's a really simple kind of, not poor, but you know kind of lifestyle. Look at this background. That's the back garden. Reminds me of the it's just those old terraced houses they had back in Manchester. You know, where me and my mates grew up. It's actually really cozy. It feels like I'm back in the 90s because just there's no 5G around here. You know, no one's, just really peaceful. That's all I can describe. It feels like the simple life. So it just feels like I'm back in the 90s. Yeah, everyone isn't like. In major cities, everyone's like rushing social media, trying to be famous and rich, you know, and they just, you know, there's no chill at all, and people just care about money all the time. But anyways, let's dig into this. We'll try the tacos first. Sloppy mess of tacos. I just poured everything on here. They usually they're really cheap as well. They're unbelievably cheap, and they have lots of, you're just allowed to put any sauces and any tomato on. So I like to make the most of the money and just rip it on. This is one taco, really sloppy. So let's give it a shot. You can really taste the flour as well in the tacos. Yeah, really nice. I'll say this, I'm probably the only person in the world that prefers Taco Bell to Mexican tacos. Yeah, some Mexican tacos are different. Like, they have a hard shell tacos, which, if you saw my other video in Mexico City, my first video I did of being in Mexico, these are really soft. I'm probably the only person in the world that prefers Taco Bell. I'm in love with Taco Bell. But the guacamole here is really nice. All fresh ingredients as well, and they make all food spicy. But this is what I'm waiting for: the Coca-Cola. I don't drink soda, so I drink like maybe one soda a year to reward myself with like my yearly soda for like a little bit of a cheat meal. I have a cheat meal every week, but this is different because in USA they drink soda with the soda has corn syrup in it, but this Coca-Cola, they had cane sugar, something like that. But yeah, I'm kind of glad, because the biggest poison I heard in food is fructose corn syrup, which is in all the foods in all of America. It's kind of why, and it's like destroys all the cells, and that's why Americans look the way they do. And Mexicans have the same kind of food, but they kind of look sick as well, but they don't look as sick as a lot of people in USA. But cane sugar, and they stopped the corn as well. Wow, that's much better after eating the tacos. I had one sip on my way here before, and that's the first time I've drank Coca-Cola in like maybe 13 years. And it doesn't blow my mind. We see Mexicans are addicted to Coca-Cola. That's why a lot of Mexicans are sick. They have a big Coca-Cola epidemic. It's all around YouTube. There's many YouTube videos of them drinking Coca-Cola, and that's why you look at them. They do have that kind of they don't look as healthy and vibrant as, like, obviously Argentinians, because they drink the yerba mate. Paraguayans, the yerba mate. Like, I drink every day the yerba mate with ginger, lemon, and lemon verbena, and chop that up. But obviously I need to reward myself with that every now and then. But yeah, anyways, I'm running out of battery. But yeah, Walmart and stuff like that is the place to go if you want to meet girls here. I'm gonna add some lemon. This would be nice to the Coca-Cola with some lemon. So yeah, so really nothing kind of city, but